Already they'd tried to burn us out the year before, right after that trouble in Lawrence, and they almost succeeded, too. Would have, if not for a provident rainfall.
There's a loft upstairs, above my daughter's room,
I heard Pa say.
Your brother'll be safe up there.
One of the men laughed.
Safe and cooked, too. That loft'll be like an oven in this heat. Dead is dead, one way or another. Let's take him with us, Frank. Shut up, Jim.
His second voice was deeper, more commanding.
The accommodation you offer will do just fine. Thank you for your generosity, Captain Rood. And I hope not to inconvenience you for long. Our uncle's gone to fetch a doctor from Kansas City, a friend of the family. Meantime, I'll send some boys over to help you folks with the nursing.
I wanted to yell down to Pa to send those fellas packing, and the hurt one too, but I knew it wouldn't do no good. Pa was thinking about what he would want done if it was my brother, Doak, lying in some stranger's farmhouse, seeking succor. Deep down, I guess I felt the same, but it didn't make me any less afraid. I climbed out of bed and shuffled over to Doak's empty room across the hall. The only way to the loft was through a trapdoor in my closet, and I couldn't countenance letting strange men see me in only a summer chemise. I settled in Doak's bed, pulling the counterpane up to my chin despite the heat. He'd been gone more than a year now, but his bed still bore the smell of him, a mix of tobacco that he smoked on the sly and sun-dried clothes. That smell knifed me. We hadn't heard from him since before Christmas, and there were so many ways for a boy to die nowadays. It took some flipping around to get comfortable. Doak's bed wasn't good as mine. The support ropes were slack and the tick needed fresh hay, but then those things seemed not to matter to him. Doak, he could sleep like a ghost anywhere, any time. Me, I was different that way. The two men had a struggle carrying the other up the short ladder to the loft. Then there was swearing and grunting and banging around, and then many trips up and down to the kitchen to get him set up. The eastern sky was pinking up when at last they took their leave. It wasn't until then that I finally slept, only to dream of Pharaoh's army chasing the Israelites through a parted sea, though in my dream the water didn't close back on Pharaoh's soldiers like it was supposed to. The sun was fully up when Pa woke me. He looked like he'd been awake all night, which I guess he had, with purple hollows below his eyes attesting to his weariness.
"How are you this morning, Hattie?"
He set a bowl of oatmeal on the table by the bed. "Better, Pa. Much better." This was untrue. If anything, I felt worse than yesterday. But what good would it do to say so? "What about him?" I pointed to the loft above. "He gone to live?" Pa shrugged.
"Going still in the air. He took it here."
He put his hand on the right side of his own bony chest.
"The bullet went clean through, and that's to the good, and he bled a good amount. Can you tend him today while me and Si work the field?"
"Surely, Pa."
Poor Pa. I wanted to help him all I could on account of he'd had more than his ration of sorrow. The past 5 years had aged him 20. Ma died just before the war started, withering to bone from an ailment no doctor could name. In '61, my oldest brother, Ben, was killed by a Yankee sharpshooter at Wilson's Creek. And now Doak was gone for a soldier, too. Pa was brave, but he was fighting a losing battle with heartbreak, constant toil, and worry. Me, I worried too, but mostly I was angry. I wanted things to be the way they used to be, before all this trouble came to us. I wanted it to be how it was before the war, when Pa farmed hemp and made good money selling to sailcloth manufacturers and to the St. Louis rope walks who made baling twine for the cotton growers down south. But the aggression of Abe Lincoln and his black